Hi, welcome to my video on equivalent rational numbers. Recall that a rational number is a fraction. A rational number is A over B, where A belongs to the integers and B belongs to the natural numbers. Rational numbers are equivalent if they represent the same number when reduced. So if you take 4 over 8 and divide by 4, you get a 1 and a 2. If you take 5 over 10 and divide by 5, you get 1 over 2. So they're equivalent. Negative and a negative, right? So reduce these. 3 into 6 goes negative 2. 3 into 3 into 9 goes 3. 7 is the GCF, so 7 into negative 14 is negative 2. 7 and 21 is 3, so they're equivalent. Practice. Pause your video and work these out to see if you get them right. That's both sets. Here we go. Which pairs are equivalent? 2 over 8, divide by 2, you get 1 and a 4. And you divide by 6, 6 is the GCF, you get a 1 and a 4. So the answer is yes, they're equivalent. Number 2, divide by 3, you get 5 over 3. And here you divide, 5 is the GCF, 5 into negative 25 is negative 5. 5 into 15 is 3, and the answer is yes. Number 3, GCF of 12 and 21 is 3. Divide by 3, you get a negative 4. Divide by 3, you get a 7. And a GCF right here looks like a 4. 4 into negative 20 is negative 5. 4 into 28 is 7, and the answer, they're not the same? No, because that's a negative 4, that's negative 5. 4 and 10, divide by 2, you get 2 over 5. And 3 is the GCF, you get negative 2 over 5. And they're not equivalent, obviously. One is plus and one is minus, so they can't be equivalent. Both are negatives, so okay, that's okay. Divide by 3. 3 into 12 is negative 4. 3 into 21 is 7. And 8 and 10. 2 is the GCF, so 2 into negative 8 is negative 4. 2 into 10 goes 5, and the answer is no. They might have the same numerators, but not the denominators, so they're not equivalent. Number 6, 22 and 33. Let's check to see. Oh, they got double digits, so you can divide by 11. So that's negative 2 and a 3. And 10 and 15, GCF is 5. 5 into negative 10 is negative 2. 5 into 15 is 3. And yes, they're the same, they're equivalent. And circle the rational numbers equivalent to negative 2 over 3. Well, 4 over negative 6 is the same as negative 4 over 6, because you're not supposed to have a negative in the denominator. 2 into negative 4 is negative 2. 2 into 6 is 3. Yes. Negative and a negative is a positive. So there's a positive 20 over 30. And you cancel out the zeros, you get 2/3, but it's positive. The answer is no. And we have 3 negatives, so that these 2 negatives become a positive. So we do have a negative. 4 into 8 goes 2, 4 into 12 goes 3, and the answer is yes, they're equivalent. Okay. Equivalent rational numbers, which are fractions, rational numbers or fractions are equivalent if the numerator and denominator of the rational number or fraction is multiplied by the same number, except multiplying by 0. You can multiply by 0, but you can't have both of them multiplied by 0, because then you'd be dividing by 0. Explain a little bit more. If you have 1/2 and you multiply by 0 over 0, you will get 0 as a 0 over 0. And division by 0 is a no-no, so that's why I said except 0. So if I take 2 over 5 and multiply by 3 over 3, I get 6 over 15, which is equivalent. If I take negative 3 over 7 and multiply by 4 over 4, I get negative 12 over 28. So that means these can reduce down by dividing by 4. And if I multiply by, pick a number, 2 over 2, You can say 10 over 10, 6 over 6, any number at all. You get negative 8 over 18. So negative 8 over 18 is equivalent to negative 4 over 9. In that light, write an equivalent rational number for each with a denominator of 20. So if I want a denominator of 20, 2 into 20 goes 10. So I'll multiply by 10 over 10. Negative 10 over 20. 5 into 20 goes 4. So 4 there, put 4 on the top. 20 is on the bottom, and 12 is on the top. And I want a 20, so I multiply 4 by 5. I multiply the top by 5. So that gives me negative 15 over 20. And equivalent rational number or fraction with a denominator of 12, multiply by 2. 6 goes into 12 2 times. So 2 12s, 2 6s are 12. 5 times 2 is 10, equivalent. 4 into 12 goes 3, so multiply the top by 3. Negative 3 over 12. 3 into 12 goes 4, so multiply the top by 4. 12 on the bottom, negative 8 on the top, so they're equivalent. With a denominator of 18, multiply by 2, because 9 into 18 goes 2, so 18 and a negative 2. 3 into 18 goes 6, and so top is 6. 6 over 6. 6 over 6 is 1, so 1 times 2/3 is still 2/3. But I have 18 on the bottom and 12 on the top, equivalent. 2 into 18 goes 9, so I need 9 top and bottom. Negative 45 over 18. Number 4, with a denominator of 24. So 8 into 24 goes 3, so I need a 3 top and bottom. 3 8s are 24 and negative 9. 12 into 24 goes 2, so 2 on the top. That's 14 over 24. And 6 into 24 goes 4, and so I need a 4 on the top. So that's a negative 4 over 24. So that's equivalent fractions. Rational numbers, the only difference between what we did in the section on fractions is that these are negatives, whereas before I just had the positive numbers. If you like my video, click on the like button, subscribe button, notification bell, write a comment if you wish. Visit my website at www.mathfullyexplained.com. There you'll get information about me, my degrees and teaching experience, my videos. Section has ideas that's going to help you and learn your math better. And the content section tells you about the topics they're going to have online, the number of videos on each topic, and the black font is what's already online now, and the red font is what will be there in the near future. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.